Hello and welcome to Duckman Zoo. I started a temperate zoo in Plant Zoo. I'm using the North America temperate landscape. And I figured I would just start playing Plant Zoo and show people how I've been playing it. I've been enjoying this game a lot, so I wanted to keep playing. And one thing I actually just found out recently while watching other YouTube videos is the better way to make your entrance path and actually be able to get a square like Plaza to start with. So I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to align to these, delete that one, align to these grids. Because I like this look better, and I think this is a lot more realistic at Star Zoo than the curved paths that the game normally starts with. And I'm going to start with putting in like 2 exhibits to start the zoo. It's gonna be a nice grid shape. You'll see there's gonna be some stuff in the middle. I actually got this by watching Paul's lay video on YouTube, and it was a good looking entrance path, I thought. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6x6 grid to start, with some holes left in the middle. I'm gonna put some shops in there and show those off. I wish there was a way that this could just hide a lot better while using it. There's also going to be some benches in the middle of here, which is what these gaps are going to be for. It allows the guests to be able to, keeping the paths wide like this will allow the guests to be able to walk around and get through the zoo a lot easier. And to be able to build the benches, I can actually just choose the empty path. I'm going to turn off the curb for these. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I'm going to leave that on just so it's easier to switch between. Because it'll just actually remove them as it's going to be all filled in with path. This will give like a nice little picnic area. Go back to the path I was using. Trying to think how I want to put the exhibit in. I think I'm gonna actually do it out the middle of here. How big is that again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double these up to make it wide enough for people to walk through. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There'll be 8 empty spaces. So not quite 10 anymore, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just doing a challenge zoo. I did not feel like going to the online zoo, the franchise mode. I just find challenge zoo better. There's a couple of things that I find easier in the challenge zoo. One is with the animal trading, and you can select multiple out of your trade center instead of having to select them each individually. They're going to be relatively small exhibits, but that should be okay. Don't worry about that. I'm going to do smaller animals to start the zoo. It's easier to get started. I might actually only put in 1 exhibit at first to build up some money before I put in the second one. Now I'm going to actually need to build what it's warned me about over here, which is the keeper hut and all that. And another thing I did see, which was when you're building these, guests don't actually care. Mostly they don't want to see them anyway, so they don't care if you actually put building and structures around it. So I'm actually just going to use the base without, where's negative impact? There it is. That's weird that it's not showing me the negative impact. Did they fix that? Okay. Okay. Facilities. Where is staff facilities? There it is. So the main things to start, you need a trade center so you can actually get animals. Oops, I don't want that. Let's go back to that. I accidentally hit the wrong key and did not want to resize it. Just hit Z. Okay, you're gonna be facing this way. So I have an animal trade center. Keeper hut small to be able to prepare the food. Then you need a staff room. Breaks. And then over here, it's going to auto put a path. So I'd like the quarantine up front. Makes it easier. Whoops, that was the right way. Makes it easier. I just normally quarantine all the animals. Get rid of that. And actually I'm going to get rid of the negative impact on guests. So since I am close enough to the gate, I do not need to build. Let me go to staff path. Let me delete those. I do not need to build power. Power will be staying on. I'm going to actually deselect the grid and see if it will actually let me connect. Oh, I'm way too big. I want a 4 meter. That's why it wasn't letting me connect to the front of these buildings. I zoomed way too far with that. Okay. Hang on, I'm going to go back to the grid here. And I will still do this. I'll just connect it later. Get that connected over there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what it did. Because I'm not using tunneling, probably gonna have to level that. And that should hopefully allow it to connect a lot better. So back to path. Align grid. Align grid, there it is. Still not letting me connect. Deselect grid. Actually, now that I look at it, it looks like this building is not actually connected. Okay, now that I got that connected. And I'm going to try to get that connected straight. Okay. Whoops. Go back to align to the grid here. Okay. Whatever. Actually, Command Z. Okay, that works. Let's just undo that and get it back to how it looks. So now in this spot, I was gonna put a couple staff buildings start, or guest facilities start. For sure, I want information. And I'm going to try to get that as close to that edge as possible. Going to pause that so it doesn't have to snow. Yeah. Toilet block. I will a little bit later on in another video probably decide to decorate these. I just don't want to up front. I'm trying to save some of the money I have to be able to get better animals. And a drink. Okay. Now those should all be set up, and they will get vendors. I am going to put benches in this area over here to start. The other area I'm going to leave empty right now. I'm going to put picnic tables. I do wish there was a way to snap these to a grid instead of just free placing, and if there is, I have not found it yet. That'd be a helpful thing to see. Okay. So now they can come in, they can get some food, sit down, get a map. And I'm going to try to put an exhibit right here. I'm going to first lay the habitat before I decide what kind of animals I want, just to see how big it actually is, to see what kind of animals will actually like this exhibit. I'm going to try to go as close to this corner as possible. Going to increase that. I am going to turn angles back to 90 degrees. Once I lay this first one. Let's do that again. Not back out of it. Okay. Should be, it's 8. They're 4-meter things. Okay. I'm actually going to try to drag that as close as I can to that corner. Whoops. I missed it. It's right there. Okay. I drag it too close. Let's do there. Okay. Let's go full length again. I now just realized I actually don't have to change this because I'm just going to drag it anyways. Do the length I want, so might as well just place the full piece and then drag it. I'm too close here, so I'm going to drag that back a little bit. And then I'm going to try to get this closer to the corner. I'm going to actually probably have to change this one. Drag this one out of the corner a little bit more. I'm just trying to get the most space because it is going to be a smaller exhibit. Whoops. I don't want to do that. Since it is going to be a smaller exhibit, I'm just trying to get the most space out of it, and it won't let me. So, I'll go there. I'll go there. I'll drag this back. See if maybe my piece was just too long. Nope. It's going to be a little bit angled on the corner. Go over here again. Drag that back. And then just finish off the side. Try to get that pulled out. Try to get this pulled out. Okay. Now I'm going to put a gate. I do have a wooden habitat gate. I'm going to put it right here so it's right next to where the keepers come out. That way they can get to the food quickly. Back out of here, and let's see how big this actually turned out. This is string 1,000 square meters. And I'm going to go search in the animal tray and see what kind of animals I can get that don't mind that size. So I'm going to go into Zoopedia. Nope, that's a little bit too small for wild dogs. trying to remember. I know I've played this game before, so I know some of them that are bigger. Himalayan brown bears. They are okay with 500. They need to be grade 4 and climb proof. That was grade 3. Do I even have any grade 4 barriers? So I can easily upgrade that. I do have brick. Okay, I'm gonna right click on that. Close this. Edit barrier. Select the whole barrier. Actually, before I do this, let's even see if I can get Himalayan brown bears. Because there's no sense changing it if I can't get the animal. Let's filter by species. Himalayan brown bears. There are none anyways in the trade center for me to be able to get. So reset all the filters. I'm going to search by guest appeal to see which animals I would even have a chance to get and put in here. How much do the hyenas need? Actually, the tortoises should be able to fit, and I can get, I do have 300 grit, so I could actually get one of each, or I can get 2 Galapagos. Let's see. I'm gonna try to do the Galapagos so I don't have to use credits right away. 230, so this is way more than enough space for them. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna grab both of those tortoises. It was Galapagos giant tortoise. And these two are the most appealing, so I'm going to grab those both. This one's near the end of its lifespan. Yeah. So, adopt. And adopt. Okay. So this thing at Workshop and Research Center. I do not 100% need those right away. I should probably grab a Research Center, though, soon, so I can actually have a vet start researching. So I'm actually going to grab that so I can have a vet start researching the animals. Research center goes here. Select group. Enter group edit mode. It's easier just to have those all as one. Facility. Research center. It's easy. Let's put it on that grid. Let's get a path. Doesn't really have to be a staff path, but I will do it because the only way to get back here right now is a staff path. So, okay, I thought I had that piece there. Okay, now deselect the grid. Oh, wait. It changed that one. Whatever, I'll just do that right now. Okay, so now I have that. Now that I have a couple animals put in there, I'm going to start with play. And I'm going to get some staff. It auto-hired vendors, so I'm going to get a caretaker. Since there's only one exhibit, it's relatively simple right now. I'm going to get a keeper. 2 mechanics. So I can have one start researching and the other one start... I don't need security. One start researching and then the other one can actually take care of the exhibit. And then a vet. So, I am actually going to start this as a work zone too. New work zone. Whoops. I'm going to add this. All these buildings. In between these 4. And I did hear it's a good idea to put your shops in a building. That way you can control what staff room they go to and they don't try to just wander around the park. Insurance. I'm gonna name it just so when I get more, I'll remember what they are. So one thing with animal training, now that I have them, and this is where I like challenge mode better. You can select multiple at a time out of there. And I'm just gonna move them into quarantine. That way, I don't have to worry about if one of them has a disease and the other one doesn't. So it did only have, oh yeah, that's bathroom. That's why. Like there's 4 buildings and only 3 vendors. I was a little confused at first. And I am gonna now also actually get rid of that. Get a workshop, add it to here. Just because I did get the extra mechanic and I do want to start researching stuff. So might as well start now. Align to grid, align to the grid from that. Deselect grid. And actually I'll do that one. Align to grid. That's obstructed because of that. Okay, never mind. Deselect grid. I wish it would look nicer. But the grid system is not wanting to work for this for some reason. Line to grid. Let's try to get grid off of that. Okay, I want to select the grid. Let me just try to rebuild this whole path. Why? Okay, let me actually deselect the grid. Let's try from over here again. Align to grid. Select that grid. Okay, now that I have that, now I'm going to actually change my zoo hours so I can go back to daytime and apparently make the screen super bright. Now I'm going to re-add all these paths back. I don't want to line grid. That one's connected. Yeah. That one's connected, I think. So that looks connected. That is connected now. That one's connected. That one's connected. And that one's now connected. Okay. At least all my buildings are now connected. Hey, they're ready to leave quarantine. Select all. Move them to the exhibit. Then once they get delivered, I'm going to finish setting up this exhibit to what they want. It's a lot easier to do that when you can actually see what they want instead of just trying to go off of the Zoopedia. I guess it. Yep, I have no guess yet. Okay, so pause. Give me 1 second. I'm moving some. Okay. So obviously they don't have enrichment, so I'm gonna actually start with vet research and have you start researching them so I can get some enrichment and make them happier in there. Since I have a mechanic, also gonna start with mechanic research. I'm only gonna take one of them, so the other one, because the other one will not work on exhibits if he is researching. And I actually want souvenir shops to start. Okay, so let's see. For the train, they need some hard shelter. Actually, let me. They do not want snow. Tell me what their temperature they want is. They're fine with the temperature. That does not seem right. Okay. Oh, there it is. Now they're not final temperature. That's what I was hoping for. I think it tells me, yeah. It tells me in Zoopedia. They want between 14 and 40, and it's -2. So, first thing we're going to wind up getting, and getting habitats, we're going to add some ground heaters. So I can see what the ground actually is when I'm changing it. And also so they can be happy and not freeze to death. That should be good. I'm gonna put it at like 25. Whoops. 25. Probably should have actually bought one, set them all so they all stay the same temperature. Instead of me having to set these each individually, but hey. Yeah. I've been thinking about doing a let's play of this game. I just actually started playing it a lot more in depth, and I've been really enjoying it, and I've been wanting to hopefully share it with some people, because that's actually, I found it by watching some YouTube videos, and I remember playing Zoo Tycoon back growing up, and I was glad I found this one, and actually Planet Coaster, which is pretty much the same game for a theme park, and they both allow you much more flexibility than like the roller coaster and the Zoo Tycoons from back a while ago, because you can actually create your own buildings, which I will show later when I actually put that into a building and decorate it. Okay, good. Snow's gone, so they should at least be happy about that. I'm gonna go see what train. There's way too much long grass. They want some more sand, and they want some more short grass. So I'm gonna go in train tools. Actually, once I actually finish designing this, I will put view imports in there. So I want some short grass. Yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna replace some of this long grass with short grass. And do some sand back here. This is actually where I'm probably going to do their hard shelter too. Probably going to take up some more of that, and then just kind of put some sand in throughout the grass. Just give it kind of a better look than just having it all be like perfectly straight lines, because that would not look natural at all. Okay. So one of the things I'm just going to use some of the, in the nature section, I'm going to use some of the rocks and actually just build a shelter for them. I think this looks better than the actual habitat shelters. I kind of like the more natural look instead of like just the strict wood shelters. So let's remember what biome there. Tropical. Filter this to tropical. I mean, this doesn't 100% matter. It just looks, I think, better. I'm just gonna do the tropical rock. Looking for the flat ones. There it is. So I'm gonna actually just go right in the back corner at first. And lift this up to be, and I apparently have snap surface on. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to lift this up to be like, if I look at it straight on, about the same height as the fence. Let's try to get, yep, okay. I'm going to build a couple of them. and rotate it so they're not all identical. I'm just going to overlap these, put them kind of so the back is supported by the fence. Whoops, not doing that. Hit the wrong key. Actually, let me do duplicate it, pull it back up. Yeah, do that. And I'm gonna do X, X. Get into the more specialty moves, so it's not just straight rotations. Blue arrow is gonna drag that back. Place that one, and then I want another one over here. And drag that out. Whoops, that actually worked. Rotate again so I can get the blue arrow a little bit better. Drag that out. Yeah, let's do that. And now to make it look a little bit more realistic than it is right now, gonna put a couple on angles. Green needs to rotate. And kind of give it sides because it was not quite looking right, just floating there. Push blue back. Make sure it doesn't go through my barrier. Put it in the ground. Yeah, that seems to be a good fit there. Duplicate it. Kind of put another one. Whoops. That is rotating way too much. Slow. Okay. Put another one on the other side. Give it just, whoops, kind of some supports. That way they're not magical floating rocks. Yeah. Do that. Place it. Regrab this one. I'm actually going to try to set it under, yeah, like that. Now that kind of looks a little bit better. I'm going to go see if these the tortoises are happy with it. Let's start the game. They're still not okay with the temperature. Shouldn't be that cold in there for them. Maybe it's just taking a second to register. Thought that was in their range. Maybe I am off with it being in their range. Zoopedia, what were 14 to 40? I have them set. Oh, okay, there. It did just register. I'm like, I have it set to 25. It should work. Okay, now I know they don't have any enrichment, but one other thing I need to do is be able to make money. I actually am going to edit the barrier. Click that and add a view import for glass. I'm actually going to raise that barrier a little bit. Just, nope, I'm not. I'm going to undo that. Actually, so I have one there. I'm going to do it on 3 sides. I'm going to leave the back by their shelter open. Going to add some glass there. And I'm going to actually add some glass there. That way you can get a nice view. And I'm going to see if this will actually do it now and not just, yeah, okay. So that way at least, yeah, it looks like you can actually see it now and I have to like duck down. So, one other thing I need to do to be able to make money is I need some donation bins. And I'm going to put some around all of those. I'm going to take the donation bin, I'm going to actually change their colors. Orange, I'll do black, just because. Yeah, nice tiger stripes. I'm going to do on both sides of the view imports. and one in the middle. Just probably do both sides over here and both sides over here. It looks like everyone wants to be on that side, so don't think I need the extra ones everywhere else. I'm also going to drop some of these just by the entrance. So if people want to donate on the way out, they're able to. And then I'm going to add, actually right there, yeah, I'm going to add an education board to help. It will help educate the guest and also help provide me with a little bit extra money, because if the guests are more educated, they will donate more. So, put an education board right there on the angled side and set it to be the tortoises. And I'm also, because everyone seems to be standing there, I'm going to get an educational speaker, put it kind of behind the donation bin, so it's not in the way. Yeah, it's in the ground. And also put that there, that way they can be educated where they're standing and they don't actually have to go read the board if they don't want to. And I think I'm going to end that video here, as I was able to get the first exhibit done. Hey look, the snow finally melted. And they seem to be relatively happy except for Richmond, and I actually might have some Richmond items, so I'll add those first before I end the video. So they got some research done, and they need food and water. I forgot about the food and water. So go in the habitat. Before I do enrichment, actually, I'm going to filter this to the tortoises. That way I don't see stuff that they actually cannot use. I'm actually going to put some grass bedding, even though it's not. I've never actually had animals complain about this, but I'm going to put some bedding in there. Okay. So they need some food and water. So I'm going to get this one so I don't have to have a keeper come in to keep giving them water. And then the other thing is I'm going to do a medium food trough. Don't know if it has to be medium, but right here in front of the viewing center. And now let's look at what enrichment items I have. It looks like they have a dog ball, which they like, and they would like sprinklers. Let's put it in front of this viewing center to try to get more guests over there. And now let's see how they're doing. Now Richmond's at least 65. And I'm getting complaints of high amount of litter. I will look at that next time, and I would like to thank you guys for watching the video, and hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll come back and watch part 2.